Okay guys, so just imagine somewhere right now a SOC analyst is staring at an alert that says a login just came in from a country the employees never ever been to, and like literally they have got 2 minutes to figure it out whether is this a hacker or is this just someone on a vacation. That's a SOC analyst. So in this video I just want to walk you through what that job actually look like day to day and then show you the exact path I did follow if I were starting from zero. Well, SOC Analyst is one of the easiest way to get into cybersecurity right now, but nobody actually explained what the job is. So let me fix that. So guys, I'm Rocky. I'm in my final year of cybersecurity and I have been building Codelivly on my own for a while now. It's basically a platform to help people actually break into cybersecurity roles instead of just watching random videos with no real order of them. Anyway, two things in this video. First, I'll just explain in normal words what a SOC analyst does. Then, I'll show you on screen the actual part we built on Codelivly for this exact role. Plus, a couple of books I wrote if you want to go deeper. So, let's get into it. Alright, so SOC, Security Operations Center, basically means a team that's watching a company's system around the clock, login, network traffic, alerts, all of it. Because obviously, attacker don't wait till Monday morning, isn't it? The SOC analyst is the person actually doing that watching. Stuffs come in from tools like SIEMs, EDR, firewalls, and your whole job is sorting through it. What's actually a threat and what's just normal noise that looks scary but isn't. Now, there's usually tiers to this. Tier 1 is where basically everyone starts and it's mostly monitoring and first tries pass. Tier 2 is deeper investigation. Tier 3 is where people actively hunting for stuff nobody caught it. This video is about Tier 1 role, since that where you did actually land your first job. Okay, let's explore what the shift of SOC analyst look like. You log in, open up the SIEM. That's just the software that collects all the security events and there's a quake waiting for you. Could be 50 alerts, could be over 500, depending on the company. First thing you are doing is sorting by severity, figuring out what actually need your attention right now. So yeah, then say something's pop up, a login from a weird location. You will check that user history, look up the IP, see what that account did after it logged in. Honestly, most of the time it's just someone on a work trip, but you can't assume that. You have to actually go and check. Now, if something actually does look bad, say someone's account is suddenly copying a tons of file to a USB drive, stuff like that, you escalate that. You write up what you saw, keep it simple and clear, and send it up to Tier 2 or the incident response team. And then there's documentation, which nobody talks about, but it's honestly half the job. Every alert you does, you are logging it. What happened, what you checked, and what you decided. Feels like busy work sometimes, but it's actually what covers the company and helps whoever pick up a similar case next. Then, at the end of a shift, you hand up whatever is still open to the next analyst, because obviously the SOC doesn't just stop. So basically the loop is monitor, triage, investigate, escalate, document and repeat. It's detailed work, honestly a bit repetitive someday, but it's actually a solid way into cybersecurity because you end up seeing a bit of everything. Now here's where most of the beginner mess up honestly. They try to jump straight into SOC tools without any foundation knowledge. So unfortunately we laid this out as a 10 path in order. So you are not learning stuff before you are actually ready for it. Let me just show you. So yeah, this is my dashboard. Let's get to SOC career path. Here you can see. Okay, here's the actual journey. 10 learning path and you go through them into order. First one is computer fundamental, where you learn about hardware, how an OS actually works, binary, command line, virtualization, just the basic stuff. Everything else builds on. 5 modules, 25 lessons. Well, this is computer networking fundamentals. Let's go back and here you can see our next path is Windows fundamental, where you will get 9 modules, 31 lesson, where we will talk about Windows architecture, file system, Windows registry, user and groups, service schedule, tasks and startup, event viewer, Windows secret logs, Microsoft Defender and AV logs, SIEM, PowerShell for security, and you will get our final exam. Let's get back. And next one is networking fundamentals, where you will get 5 modules, 22 lesson. Network basics, network addressing and transport, essential ports and protocols, network infrastructure and routing, DNS deep dive, and of course final path exam, where I have completed my final path exam. You can see it here, where I have earned a certificate. Let me see the exam results. Well, you can see I have passed the exam. You can see my points here. Let's move to career path first of all. Next one is Linux Fundamental, where you'll get 9 modules, 27 lessons, where you learn about Linux, Linux file system, bash, pipes, and text processing, and many more. And of course, you'll get to give a final exam where you'll get a certificate of it. Let's get back. Next one is Cybersecurity Foundation, where there is 6 modules, 25 lessons, where we'll talk about cybersecurity from the foundation. We'll talk about CI triad, hack surface, authentication and access control, cryptographic essentials, security framework overview, and of course there will be an exam. Next one is SOC Fundamentals. When we clear all the basics, now it's time to dig into SOC, where you learn about SOC, SIEM fundamentals, log source, alert lifecycle and severity, false positive, escalation, and of course need to give the exam. Next one is threat detection and intelligence, where you'll get 5 modules, 22 lessons, where we'll talk about IOC, IOA, and TTPS, detection logic, introduction to threat hunting, OSINT, attack surface. Of course, there will be a final exam. Next one is endpoint and network security monitoring, where you can read the description of it. We will get 5 modules, 22 lessons. You can start it by learning. Here are other processes what you will learn along the process. Of course, there will be exam with certificate, so don't hesitate to take it out. Next is incident response. The incident response life cycle, where you will get 3 modules, 14 lessons. And of course, there will be an exam. And at last, we'll talk about SOC tools with practical examples, where you will get 4 modules, 60 lessons, SIEM Handle Lab, Wazoo. Wazoo is a popular open source tool, Sigma rules, DFIR, and of course a final path exam. After completing this, you will get a certificate of this career path, where you can see I started learning. So yeah, this is all about SOC Tier 1 career path. Well guys, before I wrap up, if you did rather just read through all this instead of clicking through the lesson, I did actually wrote 2 books that go along with this whole path. First one is SOC Analyst Level. Let's get into it. Okay, so here our website resource.codelivly.com. You can scroll to the down, and here you'll see our 2 books, SOC Analyst Level on everything from that Tier 1 role, all our triage, SIEM workforce, how to escalate properly, the actually daily habit of people who don't burn out in their first SOC jobs. Second one is the threat hunter playbook. That's one for once you have already get foot in the door and want to level up. Deeper investigation stop threat hunting, going from just reaching to alerts to actually hunting for what they are missing. Both are on resource.codelivly.com, and honestly they work best alongside the learning path, not instead of them. One thing I'll say before I go, don't skip around. I see so many people try to jump straight to the SOC fundamental path because it sounds like the actual job. But if you skip networking and Windows fundamental first, you are just memorizing terms instead of actually understanding what's in front of you, what a real alert show up. It's laid out in that order for a reason, so just trust it. Anyway, if you actually trying to break into a SOC role, the whole path plus both book are live on Codelivly right now. Links in the description below. If this was helpful, sub to the channel. I'm gonna keep doing this for every career path on the platform, one role at a time. Next one probably going to be a junior pen tester actually does day to day. Alright, see you on the next one. This is Rocky signing off.